how do you tell your date who's in a dress, yo, you gotta repel?
Huh. I think you'd be repelling her from you at that point. Her lip is completely obscured by that beautiful snap.
All right, welcome to episode 1 of the Jay and Kyle Show. I am Jay Perry. This is my co-host, Kyle Andrew. And because it's episode 1, let's talk a little bit about what the heck we're doing and why we're doing it. So 30 seconds, Kyle, what is this show?
This show is a way to kill time with one of my best friends in the world during quarantine. Project we've been talking about that has no purpose, no reason, no meaning other than to hang out with each other and continue the ridiculous conversations we have in person with one another that the world does not get to hear. Now they may hear them.
Perfect. And now my view of this show is, like Kyle said, we are aiming to answer the most unimportant questions ever. And I guess from a little bit of a personal side, I think no matter where you are in life, it's important to remember to take some time out to play. And I think that's kind of what we're doing here. Like Kyle said, outside of this show, we do hang out and we do talk about these ridiculous questions. So why not spend some time in quarantine and throw it up on the internet for some strange reason? And without further ado, here's our first question. What is the most baller way to show up to your high school prom? Kyle, what do you got?
I don't know, but I know what the least baller way is. But the problem is it's also the most practical and efficient way, and it's the most common way.
Like
rent
walking?
a limo.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so like it's not cool because everyone does it, but it's efficient. You can drink. You shouldn't drink underage, but you can drink. You can invite 8, 9, 10, 15, 16 of your friends at the same time. It's stylish. It's timeless. But it's not that cool because everybody does it. So I don't think limo, while a good choice and no fault choice, limo isn't it. What do you think?
No, like, you know what's funny is I hadn't been in a limo. My first time in a limo, I think I was 24 years old.
Really?
Crazy that somehow I just missed all that. But I agree that, yes, the most efficient, but I think it's just overdone. Well, what kind of limo are we talking? We're talking the normal town car limo, right?
Well, okay, so you have like the exotic car limos, which they're just dumb. Like you can't take a McLaren and make it 46 feet long and still call it a McLaren. That's not. This brings me to another point. An exotic car is a super cool way to show up, but you kind of look like a douchebag too. And I say this because in high school, I never went to a prom, but I know all the stories. It wasn't my thing.
No, you fly to Texas and go to other people's weddings instead.
Yes, I've been making up for it for the rest of my life since. No, there was a guy in high school that used like his dad's Ferrari to bring his date to a prom, but then his dad came and got it immediately because the kid was going to drink, and like so you can only show up in it. It's not practical. Only one of your friends. You're impressing a girl or a guy, whatever. It was something that's not even yours. I think it's kind of a douche move. So back to the limo types. You got like stretch navigators. I think limo buses are crappy. I don't like how they look. It's like a city bus with a stripper pole in it. It's not cool, man. But no, I don't think it matters what type of limo it gets. A limo is a safe, practical choice, but it's not a cool choice. We got to find something cool. How do you get to prom in a cool fashion?
So we're talking anything that can transport a lot of people as a limo.
No. Why does it have to be a lot? Let's just say the bare minimum. Okay, no, there's no number, but it's got to be you and your date minimum.
Okay, so have you ever been to Boston?
No.
Okay, so you haven't been on a duck boat. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but when I was in Boston, we did the duck boat tour.
Yeah.
What a duck boat is you get on land, and it's a massive duck. Like, we're talking.
Oh, it actually looks like a duck.
Huge duck. Rubber duck.
Okay.
And it cruises around Boston on a little tour, and maybe about 30, 40 minutes in, it goes in the water. Oops. It just rolls right in the water, and then you do a little tour of the water there. And I'm saying water because I don't know what body of water that is.
Okay, so this is a duck-shaped amphibious vehicle that does land and sea.
Land and sea at the same time.
Wow.
So what are we talking there? Is that the cool way to show up? I mean, think about this. You pop in, you go in, and you have a driver. Driver's name is probably Terrence?
Of a duck?
Yeah. What do we got?
No, his name has got to be Howard. Howard the duck boat driver.
Okay. So Mr. H is cruising around, picks you up. You go pick up your date. Then you pick up 20 of your friends on a duck and go to prom.
Fuck.
I mean, I don't know if that's the most baller way.
Okay.
But that beats limo.
First of all, Mr. H sounds like the name of a drug dealer, which is probably also involved in prom night somehow. I don't think heroin's like a huge prom night drug.
The duck boat is the one-stop shop for everything that you need for your prom night. That's what we're getting at.
Okay, so I'm going to say this. A duck boat is very much like a limo in its size practicality. But I think it's I don't think it's like timelessly cool. I think it's funny cool, which I'm huge on. I'm huge on funny cool. But I don't... access to, like, I was gonna say things like helicopter. Get to the chopper! Which, like, well, where the fuck do you land a helicopter? Unless there's a big field near where you have the prom. But the idea is, prom, you're making the scene at the entrance. So you can't just drop a helicopter or well, I guess you could roll a duck boat right up to the entrance. So duck boat trumps helicopter, that's for sure. Helicopter's undeniably cool, but if you're not the one driving it, it's way less cool.
Okay, so what about this? Back to helicopter. No landing pad. So you have to throw out a rope and like go down the rope. Rappel, that's the word.
That's
into the. Now, how do you tell your date who's in a dress, yo, you got to rappel?
Huh. I think you'd be repelling her from you at that point. It's cool. I don't know. Maybe that's maybe that's the coolest way for a gay couple to arrive because they'll both be in suits. Not that women can't wear suits, but let's be honest, the vast majority aren't going to be wearing them. But two boys going to prom together, rappelling like James Bond and Tom Cruise from a helicopter, that's pretty baller.
That's pretty not bad, right?
But
interesting.
There's so many complications to a helicopter, like you can't just use any airspace. There's just a lot happening there. So
we're talking about it's baller because everybody at the prom is seeing you do this.
Yeah.
So that's an issue we got to face. It's not like you can like call down, put a spotlight up on the helicopter, seeing people rappel down if it's at night. So you're right. It's probably not the best bet. So we're still maybe stuck on duck boat until we, kind of find something else. We've thrown out limos, exotic cars, maybe like.
Okay, so duck boat to me is definitely right now at the top of this list, but I don't think it has classic mass appeal. A duck boat is like the opposite of showing up to prom in a Lamborghini. You're a douche for another different reason. You're a douche because you're just going for the joke, as opposed to the douchey car move. I'm wealthy, my dad's wealthy, whoever, my mom's wealthy.
What if we threw in a dog sled into there?
It doesn't work everywhere. We need a universal answer.
True. That would be what's the most baller way to show up to your high school prom in like northern Canada. Or here in Ontario.
Yeah, but also, if you're on a dog sled, everyone from your graduating class is probably also on the same dog sled in northern Canada because there's 6 of you.
Yes. That's true.
But that's pretty cool.
I mean, have you ever done dog sledding?
I have not,
Is that
but I'd like to.
That would be pretty cool. So you've never been to prom?
I've never gone to a prom, no.
I've been to 3 proms. When is it like your prom, they call it? What grade is that? Is that 11?
I think it's 11.
I think
well, we had OACs when we were in high school. Now it just goes 9 to 12, right?
Yeah. So I never went to my prom, whatever that is, but I went in grade 12, 13, and I was that guy who was in first year of college and went to a high school prom.
I suppose it's better than going last spring, which I guess all proms were canceled 2 springs ago. We actually went to the same high school. How much older than you am I?
Wait, what was that question?
We went to the same high school. How much older than you am I?
How much older are you than me?
Yeah. I don't remember.
3 years?
3 years. So we were in the same high school at the same time.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm an 82.
Yeah, 79.
Okay. So yeah, whatever. Yeah. But yeah, I never went in a limo to prom. I think we just rolled up in like cars, maybe like the person's mom drove us or something like that.
I bet.
So I'm kind of like out of my league talking about like best baller ways to show up, but not dog sled.
Animals
Camel?
are cool. Like, I like the idea behind a dog sled, but I'm trying to give people a solution you can do anywhere from Alaska to Palm Springs,
What about the old like super stereotypical Cinderella story horse and carriage? We talking baller there? How baller would that be? You got two like massive horses. I don't know what the big ones are called.
Clydesdales.
And then you got someone, maybe it's Mr. Howard, cruising up front with like his little like pulley system.
Are you telling me this man can drive a duck and a horse carriage?
Yes.
A man of many talents, this Howard.
Many talent. He's also the helicopter driver.
Wow.
Or pilot. And you're just in this back area, like freezing cold with your date, showing up to prom. Is that kind of cool? Like,
I'm going to tell you why it's not cool.
okay.
Because it's setting kids up for romantic expectation failure later in life. It's too Disney. It's too Disney. It's just, it's not, it's honestly, from my point of view, it's too soft. Like it's beautiful and princess-like, but I think a horse and carriage is better saved for a trip to skate in Times Square in the winter, or some other romantic gesture that's not your prom. But I still like the fact that you found a way to involve an animal because it's timeless and classic, but...
What if we lose the carriage?
And just go horseback?
And just go horseback. Think about this. All your buddies are in like their best $100 suits.
Okay.
From
their best 100. When's the last time you bought a suit, Jay? Their best $100 suit. They have several that aren't good. But they're really good ones. Anyways, carry on.
Wait, suits are more than $100? So they roll up. All your buddies are outside. They're like, I don't know, just hanging out. And they're like, look at that. For some reason, every time when you roll up on a horse, you've got people playing like a trumpet or a horn.
Sure.
So you've got the streets lined with people playing horns, and you roll up and you're in like your medieval tunic. And she's got a tunic. And you just cruise in. Not, I guess, 4 legs.
Your horse is on its hind legs, like just strutting.
That would be cool.
That's baller.
Circus horse. Imagine that. You just roll in nice and elegantly, and then you look at the prom, and you just cruise right by. You don't even go in. That's how baller it is. You just want to be seen at the front with your hot date, and then you just keep on going.
Are you suggesting that the most baller way to attend the prom is to not attend it?
I think so.
Is to just kind of drive past?
Yes, but no. What is it called when the horse moves?
Gallop?
Gallop past slowly.
What is it called when the horse moves? Motor skills? Okay, I like the path you're on right now, but I gotta tell you, unless your prom consists of only the drama students, I don't think the medieval vibe is gonna be cool. But I love.
Okay.
What if it was more of like a Western John Wayne vibe? Like what if you showed up on the horse because it was the only possibility, but you still had your suit, she still had her dress, and she was sitting, I think it's called side saddle, where her legs are off the side. What if you just came with like a leather saddle, she's on the back, she's got your waist, you're still going. I'm only saying to still go. I love the move of just cruising through like you're too cool for prom. That's pretty baller. But for the sake of mass appeal, most people will want the answer to this question because they're going to go to the prom.
Right.
What if, I don't know if it's legal to drink and drink and gallop. I don't know if that's legal, but it seems like the horse is mostly in charge, so you can probably have a traveler. And you got a saddle pouch for travelers.
Right.
So if you show up on horseback with your date, you jump off, you lift her down or him down or however the balance of physical power is. I don't know if it gets better than that.
Now, are you still in the $100 suit?
Well, you want to be in a $100 suit because it's going to smell like horse.
Right.
You don't want to be in an Armani on a horse.
Right. So right now, Western style, like racing horse, like they have
just like the kind of horse like you cruise the range. I don't know. I don't know the terminology. I don't watch a ton of Westerns, but like that slow, you're not racing to get there. You're in no rush. You're a man or a woman of simple needs. And I love the horse thing. We've thought of variations to do it, but a simple version of showing up on horseback shows how unfussy and complicated, but it's so manly or womanly. Like,
womanly.
Listen, women that ride horses are deadly attractive. Men that ride horses, classically hot. It doesn't matter who's piloting that horse. You're going to be attractive.
Let me throw out a couple different options to you.
Right.
And say yes or no if we should even discuss them.
Okay.
If they match up to a horse.
All right.
Rollerblades.
No.
Tandem bike. Oh wait, let me get that one better. A Harley with one of those little
sidecars?
Seats. Yeah.
No.
One of those little sidecars.
No.
No, okay. What about maybe horse is it. I can't think of anything else that could beat a horse.
A camel?
Yeah, I said that a little while ago. And,
I didn't even hear you say that. Oh, well, camels
got no love.
What if you... camels are too hard to come by in most of the world, and I think they have violent outbursts. Camel people, please correct me if you're watching this. What if you rode up on a horse smoking camels? That's pretty classic.
Wow, interesting.
I don't think you should smoke.
So I think that we're probably leaning towards horse. What about this? What if you get on the horse, then get on the duck boat, and the duck boat brings you on the water, and you're on a horse on a boat on the water? Or maybe I'm just being stupid.
Well, I think if you have the opportunity to strand yourself on a remote island before you go to prom, and a duck-shaped pontoon should be the only way to cross.
Wow, pontoon, interesting.
Well, I assume it's pontoon-esque if that many people can.
Right. Okay, so do you want to just figure that or come to an answer then?
I don't think we can do better than classic horseback. And truthfully, any of the variations therein.
Right. Now, will said individuals be wearing cowboy boots with their $100 suit?
I think if it's a boy and girl on the date, the male has to. The female should, but she could easily put heels in her bag. She wanted to change.
Right. Okay. Well, I think we've
exhausted this absolutely
wasted
ridiculous.
Everybody's time.
Yeah, there you go. If you're going to go back to prom, you should go on a horse.
If you're as old as us, please don't go to prom
unless you're chaperoning.
Are a teacher and a chaperone.
If you're chaperoning, do not come with his facial hair.
And if you do end up taking a horse to prom, please send me a video. Please
send us videos of horseback prom dates. Although, who the hell knows when there will actually be a prom again. But I would love to see someone rolling up to prom on a horse with their date. It would make my life... Oh, actually a camel too, but I know that probably won't happen. But please send us that.
And then they leave. Man, what a dream. Imagine you just roll up, $100 suit, $20 cowboy boots, and then you get there and you look over and you're just like, nah.
And then you just ride off
keep
into the
going.
sunset.
But it wasn't a sunset until you started riding off.
Of course it wasn't. You encouraged
And then it just happened.
And you know what's crazy? Whether it's a spring prom or a fall prom, it's probably going to be right at sunset that you're arriving.
Yes.
Like
yes.
it probably the timing. The timing is perfect to skip your prom on horseback. That is our conclusion.
All right. We got it. And that's it for episode 1. We never really talked how to end these videos. So Kyle, I'll leave it to you.
All right. Well, what you can do to help us out, you can send us via any means by which you're seeing us, whatever social media network, on our website when it's up, here on YouTube, in the comments. Ask us your questions. We're happy to answer them on the show if they're ridiculous enough. We're not going to pay attention to all of you. Sorry. Please subscribe to us. Please like this video. Please tune in for more irreverence. We promise we will never talk about anything that's actually important.
All right. That's it.
Bye. I can't reach my end record button.
All right, and all right, that could be funny to keep that in.
Yeah, probably. I'm going because I'm still recording.